Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. This is John with 20's on the 20s, and we have some of my favorite people here, most inspirational couple, Summer and Sarah.
Welcome,
Cool.
guys.
Good to be here.
Yeah,
Hi.
thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
So, how did you guys meet?
High school.
High school.
High school sweethearts.
High school sweethearts.
Yeah.
How long you guys been together?
Shit. Who's really counting? Probably
8 years.
8 years. Married for 1.
Oh,
So we've known each other for a long time.
yeah.
So
You just had your first year anniversary, right?
Yeah.
Like not too long ago, or
July.
like July? I guess a couple months ago.
you know, there's so many dates to remember. Is that bad?
Put it in your calendar.
Yeah.
Trust me.
I'll put it in my calendar, but there's a lot of dates. But yeah, we got married July 2019
That's awesome.
in Vegas, baby.
In Vegas.
Yeah. So
Did you guys do like the drive-through or like a little chapel or
we
what?
did a little chapel. No Elvis. You know, I thought that was really
No
tacky.
Elvis.
You know, forget that.
Gosh, that would have
But,
been cool though.
Yeah,
I
just
want Elvis at my wedding.
do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, it's not for us. I can say
Uh,
that.
It's not for everybody.
No, it's
not
not.
for everybody.
So, yeah, but yeah, it was cool. Pretty cheap wedding, $500 wedding.
$500 wedding.
Yeah,
Did they pull you up in like a limousine, or did you guys just drive over there? And...
we did. We got a limousine.
Oh,
Came
yeah,
with the package.
baby.
So it was pretty cool. You know, there's too much pressure of trying to plan weddings. and
Oh, absolutely,
it's so
man.
expensive too. So
It's nuts.
we went the cheap route.
Very
So,
cheap.
Very cheap.
It doesn't get much cheaper than that,
It could have been,
I suppose.
depending on the
You could
package.
have just gone to a courthouse. Or...
True, we could have did that.
Did you get the like the photo package where there's some options or
We got a DVD.
a DVD?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
I don't even have a DVD player
You don't?
in this house.
You do. You got an Xbox. That counts.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
see,
right.
So,
Is that what you used to watch, like the DVD?
you know, it doesn't even work on my Xbox, so I
We
have-
try not to watch it because it's kind of cringy.
it's really
Is
cringy.
it? Is it that cringy?
It is very cringy.
Well, at least you guys were the only ones really that like saw it, right? Did you
Yes.
have anybody else there?
Nope, it was just me and her.
Or... That's so intimate, though.
It is. It
That's
was.
cute. Yeah. What a stud.
Yeah.
And you got married in Vegas.
Yeah.
Vegas, we spent like a week there, so it was lit.
That's awesome. Did you stay at the Mandalay Bay?
No, we didn't have much money either, so we stayed at Bali's, kind of in the center of like the whole strip. So that's what we did there.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with Bali's.
It's like
Kind
right
of the
next.
lower end.
Yeah, it's right next to Paris. Paris,
Oh, okay,
Paris.
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So it's right there.
Paris. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
whatever.
Did you do some gambling?
Spent too much, like $600 probably gambled.
Ooh.
I lost it mostly at Hold'em, but you know whatever.
Oh, you were playing Hold'em.
I was playing Hold'em.
Hold'em guy.
Yeah, I like Hold'em. I'm not a blackjack guy.
I like blackjack.
Do
It's
ya?
just it's so fast, you know, and then the money goes real quick, and it's so fun.
The money goes too quick.
That's fair.
That's the problem.
Hold'em's pretty good.
Plus, you know, I'm kind of slow, so it takes me a while to count.
You just think.
You know, yeah, it's just,
And then the next card gets dealt.
And then I lost. So
Oh.
yeah,
Were you trying to pull a river rat? Was that how you lost?
yeah, probably. I was waiting for the 5-card flop. You know,
Oh,
that didn't
yeah.
really work. So yeah,
I've won some good ones on that river.
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta take that chance. Some people don't want to. So.
That's fair. What do you guys do for work?
Well, I work at Lexus, so I'm just a detail soup. That's really all I do.
A detail soup
Supervisor.
supervisor.
Yeah,
Big boss.
kind of. Do too much, don't get paid enough.
Oh,
Like always. so.
everyone's life.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm a title processor for Edina Realty Title.
Oh gosh, I should have sent my refi closing to you for
Oh,
title
your
processing.
refinance?
Yeah,
Yeah, the rates are pretty good.
it was a good deal. It was so good. Cut my
That's-
rate by like 1%,
Yeah.
and I had like a 3.7. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. The rates are really low. 2.7, 3%.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
You
a
could
good
buy a
time
lot
to
of
buy.
house.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's a
Seriously.
good time to buy a home right now. So.
Yeah.
Which is why we did.
Yeah. So
You guys bought one?
we bought a home. Yeah, 3%.
When are you guys closing on it?
December 18th.
December 18th. Where at?
It's in Brooklyn Center. Kind of across the highway of Topgolf.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So we're over
That's
there,
dope.
closer to y'all.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
guys.
thank
That's
you.
so exciting.
Too expensive though, but
Oh, everything's hot right now on the market. It's nuts.
oh man, it's so tough to buy a home right now.
Oh, it's stupid.
People are bidding like crazy.
Yeah.
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 Us and Amy have been trying to buy a home for the past 5 months,
Really?
and every time they get bid up like 30,000 over what the asking
Yeah.
price is.
It's crazy out there. This was actually like our third home we offered, and we got outbid every time. You know,
It's so dumb.
it is really dumb. But hey, whatever. It's a seller's market. you know.
Seller's market.
It is.
Market's hot.
Yeah, market's hot right now.
Yeah.
So
Just like those.
It
Just
is-
like those hold'em tables.
yeah, you're not lying there. So yeah.
Oh, jeez. What's your favorite memory of each other?
Favorite memory. You're really making me think here.
Yeah.
You're-
That's okay. That's okay. Take your time.
Hmm.
I'll get a little water too.
Favorite memory, huh? I mean, man, there's so much. It's really hard to just pick one, just because we've already done so much together already. I mean, every memory is a good memory. I would say probably the best thing we've done together was probably get married. I would say that. You know,
I feel like that's kind of an easy answer.
it is an easy answer, and I mean we've done so much together. It's really
Yeah.
hard just to pick one.
That's fair.
But I would say that one that really I remember the most and really was a point in our life where we decided to take it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because we dated for like 7 years. You know,
Wow.
so it took us a long time to really get there, but just because we were at a good place to really do that. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Same thing.
Yeah.
same thing.
I know it's so cliche. but-
Copycatter, man. I swear.
Come on. Did you guys do like a formal proposal deal or?
So yeah, I rented out a place in Minneapolis, and had my family kind of pimp it out, and I pretty much proposed to her there. So I sort of was like a surprise dinner, and then showed up, and then it was like a surprise engagement. So I
Oh,
proposed to her
Whole
there.
family and everything.
Yeah, pretty much family, a couple family friends and
Oh,
stuff.
but only your side.
Yeah, unfortunately I didn't invite any of her family, which was bad. But
Like, was that like an oversight or?
you said what?
Was that like an oversight or was there some issues there?
No, I mean I guess you could say I guess I didn't really talk to them.
Oh.
I don't talk to them much.
Sure.
And I guess I didn't really think of it really until after the fact. It was like over already. So that I feel kind of bad not including them. But what's done is done.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I did that. So
How nerve-wracking is proposing?
really nerve-wracking. I was really nervous to even do it.
Come on, you guys were together for like 7 years.
I
What-
know, but
you guys
it's,
say no.
it's just that moment. It's scary because
Oh, I bet.
you
All eyes
really
are on
just
you.
really just have to do it. I mean, granted, she wasn't gonna say no. Oh, she might have.
Can you imagine?
She might have. I have no
7 years?
idea. She would have been
nah.
like, nah.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, you know. So it was just it's really nerve wracking. Just really doing it is scary. So, I mean, it was scary for me. For her, I'm not sure. You know. So she saw it coming. So
Yeah.
Did you know who he was when you showed up?
I don't know. I think it was just intuition.
Yeah. When you're like, oh, hey.
Yeah.
Look,
my
here's
first question
his
when
whole
someone came
family.
to get me was, "You're not gonna propose to me, are you?"
And he's like,
I had to play cool, like, nah, we're just having dinner with family and friends.
What part of dinner did you do it? Like, beginning or end?
There was never no dinner. It was just like a fake cover up.
Oh,
Yeah.
so there was like never any,
Nope.
no dinner at all.
No dinner.
You
So
didn't even go to
unfortunately,
dinner afterwards.
no, we didn't do. It was a setup, all right, to make
a
it
cover-up.
seem like it was
Yeah.
something normal that
Yeah.
we would do. But then she called my bluff. So
Did you have like
Oh.
food there at least? I mean, what
we
she
had finger
expecting?
food.
Like...
Yeah, we had finger food.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Some snacks.
some snacks. It wasn't actual dinner or nothing, but it was pretty nice.
What kind of snacks did you have?
Like pizza, maybe.
Like the bagel bites or?
Well, we had like Little Caesars,
Oh,
and then we had like
baby. I love Little Caesars. It's the best.
pizza bites. Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was just something small. We were done within like an hour and a half
Oh,
or so.
okay.
So
Okay.
it was too expensive to really rent a place
Yeah,
any
that's
longer.
How
It's so
many
expensive.
how many friends or family did you tell that you were gonna propose to your wife?
I mean, there was 5 of our close friends, and then there was maybe like 8 or 9 of my family and cousins. So total it was like maybe 15 or less. There wasn't that many people. And I didn't really want to make it big because the bigger it is, the more money it is. So, you gotta think about that as
Smart person.
we just we like small and intimate things.
Yeah.
Too many people, you're not able to interact with them on a personal level. So
I like that a
I'm
lot.
all for smaller groups, more intimate. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
What would you say is your biggest challenge that you guys have faced as a couple?
Well, we broke up once, just to kind of find ourselves. 2014 we did that. So that was kind of a big thing, at least for me and my part. It was a lot of heartbreak and stuff like that. But our biggest thing we went through was we were homeless for like a good 7 months together.
After we got back together.
After we got back together, we pretty much slept in a car, during the winter times. It was like February to about March or something like that. And it was tough. I didn't have a job then. She didn't have a job then. We had a lot of family problems that led us to that point. But yeah, we just, we bought blankets and stuff, and we just kind of slept in the car and
Kind of parked everywhere.
parked everywhere.
Public places.
Public places, auto shops, because there were cars there. Something where we wouldn't get arrested for
Kind of blend right in.
blending right in and stuff. So it was tough. That was probably our toughest thing that we went through together.
And you made it through it.
We made through it. After that whole thing, I picked up a job at Lexus, and that's when we started bringing that money in.
Wow.
But we went through that. I would say that was probably the biggest thing in our relationship that really made us grow. So it was really tough. We had to eat buffets. Whatever we could afford that food to last us. We didn't shower for a week, for weeks. We didn't have anywhere to really shower. If we had enough money, we would stay at a hotel for like the weekend, but
For like a day.
for like a day, so it was really tough, just not having anywhere to go, no money, your basic necessities you think that you'd never really think that you'd be without.
Yeah.
Basic
Base-
things that you take for granted.
Yeah, shower, brushing your teeth, type of thing.
How in that predicament do you survive?
I mean, you got each other, I guess. You try to pick up whatever job that you can. At that time I was a temp, so wherever they would send me, we'd make that money for the day and then try to, kind of live off of that.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, like I said, we ate buffets where there was a lot of food for one price, or we got like a pizza that would kind of last us, and then, that was it. Gas if we needed gas, but it was really hard. You know, especially in the wintertime, it was freezing.
Oh my
So
god.
we'd had to, we had to bundle up in the car with like 3 blankets and all that,
A bunch of layers on.
layers on, and it was hard.
I think that's really inspiring for the everyday listener that's going to listen to this, because that is a story that people need to hear, and you can overcome any situation in honestly
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah, so it was really traumatic, but we got through it and we did it together. So I think that's like the main thing.
And you guys chose love.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm gonna like cry.
Yeah,
I'm like
seriously.
tearing up a little bit.
I got butterflies
I'm like,
all over my wall.
need a napkin after that.
yeah, I mean you'd never know, if you look at
No.
us, we've
Never know.
definitely come a long way.
I had no idea.
And I think
Yeah.
that stereotype of homelessness, just because I have, like Nikes or stuff like that doesn't necessarily mean that, we have money or that we have
Yeah.
a place. So, I think that it's a very serious thing that just because someone has these nice things, they may not even have a home to go to at the end of the day. So I think it definitely brought us in a different perspective. You really can't judge anybody
Yeah.
because you don't know their situation. So I would say that's what we've learned from this whole thing. And so we always try to, help anybody who needs a place or, if they need something. I'm definitely a big advocate for helping youth or helping anybody in that situation. So
Because you've dealt with that situation. You guys have dealt with
Yeah.
that situation.
Do you guys think that if you didn't go through that, you'd still be together?
yes, I think we'd still be together. That just happened to be a part of our progress together as a relationship. It could have been anything else, but I feel like we still would have been together. That just happened to happen to us. Maybe it was a test of our relationship, or maybe it was just meant to be like that. It's really hard to say, but I think we still would have been together.
Yeah.
I'm super curious, why did homeless become like a factor in your guys' life?
Well, it's actually my family.
So her family, her mom kicked her out just because,
She didn't like summer.
yeah, they didn't want us to be together. And so, it's funny thing is of how destiny works, I actually moved 5 minutes away from our home before we even started dating. So that just happened to be fate, and ever since she was getting kicked out, she would just come over to my house. I'd sneak her in and we'd sleep in the basement. Sorry, Mom. She does not know. She would hide in the closet and all that stuff. I'd have my little sister bring her food, like if I'm not home, but, she'd come over, you'd stay over, and, I was in the basement, had the whole basement to myself, at my mom's house. So then that would happen maybe 4 or 5 times, that she got kicked out. And then with that whole thing, I left home because it was just really toxic, at my house. So then I lived with my sister, and then from there, we weren't able to see each other as often. And then we kind of just, said, forget it, let's just go and do our own thing, and that kind of led to that. Granted, we could have went about it a different way, but like I said, we wanted to be together,
Holy cow.
So that led to another thing.
How old was that? How old were you guys?
I would say maybe like,
We were like 17, 18
Yeah.
because when I turned 18,
Wow.
my mom didn't have any more say in me because we were skipping school a lot. And sometimes we would just like stay home.
it'd be about 18.
Yeah, because then my mom, she couldn't like call my school anymore
Yeah.
because I was technically an adult.
Yeah. So thankfully we had a lot of help from our school counselor who really helped, with the teachers understanding our situation, that we were homeless. We didn't have the resources that we had before. So there were a lot of people who really helped get us to where we are, and we're thankful for that.
You were in high school when you were
We were in high school. Yeah.
Wow.
So right when we were gonna, around maybe junior and end of junior to become seniors, and then after that, then we kind of started having that problem. So. Happened young, yeah, when we were young. So.
Does that make you grow up faster?
Yes. I just think, I mean, I guess culturally, Asian culture, at least for my family, we were forced to kind of grow up, taking on responsibilities, taking care of our younger sibling, and cooking and cleaning, all that stuff, learning to, go get a job, help pay for whatever, So initially, in a situation like that, yes, made us grow up faster, we had to learn things sooner than we needed to, you know, because I mean, I'm 18, 17, I don't want to be homeless, all these things. So
Yeah.
we definitely had to, fend for ourselves.
Overcome a lot of situations. For
Yeah,
sure.
and we definitely did. And I think that point where we started to become better was when, I started getting a job, she got a job, and then things just started to turn around for us after all that. So at that point, we just started working harder. We've always had the same goals, get married, have a family, have a house, have a car, So get things for us that no one can take from us, So
How old are you? You two?
I'm 25.
I'm 26.
Yeah. So
Oh, you guys are so mature for your age. I thought you guys were like late 20s, honestly. Like
no.
the way you guys carry yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one word that I could use to describe both of you, I would say it's humble.
Well, I appreciate that.
And I think that's really
Yeah.
inspiring, man. I really do.
Yeah. Well, we try to. We try to
Mhm.
give back when we
Yeah.
can. So when the funds are right, or not even funds. Small little things really go a long way for people.
Mhm.
So
Now that you got the house, what's the next step?
probably start a family. Once we get in the home, get settled in, and probably have kids and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just live free, I guess. To a point. I wish I was debt free, but that's
Yeah.
never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Never
all
happens.
wish that, right?
Never
Yeah.
happens. That's alright.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh man. Wow. Where do I even go from there after that powerful like
Yeah, that is.
oh
pretty
my
wild.
gosh.
I mean, this is where conversations get deep, right?
Right.
If you could change one thing about the world, what would it be?
Man, that's a tricky one. I mean, the world's a mess right now,
Yeah,
So
there's a lot going on.
there's a lot going on. I mean, it's really hard to say. I guess. I mean, I just I think that people should be more open to new things.
Mhm.
I think once people start doing that, then they can start to see, and understand other people's perspective and stuff like that. I think people are too narrow-minded is what it is. So
Yeah.
I would probably like to change people's, thoughts and minds and just be open to new ideas, new things without, hate, without all
Yeah.
that stuff. Because I feel like a lot of that really makes a big difference when it comes to new ideas. Just because somebody has a different opinion doesn't necessarily mean that they're wrong.
Mhm.
So I would say that because I think with that leads to another thing, leads to something else.
Mhm.
So if people were to really just, quit being stuck on one thing and just kind of, be okay to let new things in or listen to new things, new ideas, I think it could make a big difference in the world. Not even changing
Yeah.
anything. I think just with people's perspective, changing those things would make a big difference.
Mhm.
So,
What about you, Sarah?
If I could change something about the world, I would probably say like for people to be more unified, especially like with the events that's been going on recently and like the recent election. It kind of ties into like being open and I don't know, just accepting each other's different opinions.
Mhm. I think that's a big one. Yeah.
yeah.
Because, I mean, it opens so many doors as soon as you open your mind.
It does. It really does, and that's a powerful thing.
It is.
You know, and it's okay for people to have different views, different beliefs, and we can still be friends and family because of that. You know, that doesn't mean you should hate each other or, disown someone just because they have different views. I don't believe in that. You know, that's just a load of bull.
Yeah.
So that's really just your hatred against someone else, and you can't. You can't control that.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Do you think there's a lot of hatred in life we live every day?
Yes. 100%. And that goes apart with just people's mentality. And I would say a lot of old and traditional folks, that are kind of stuck in their old ways. Because times are changing now. You know, if you look at some of the younger folks, they're more knowledgeable than some of these older people.
Absolutely.
You know, so that's pretty much a wake up call right there. So it's not what it used to be. So I think with that rubs off on other things too, but thankfully a lot of the younger generations and stuff understand that. So that's great.
So we're changing as we know it.
We're changing as we know it, yes, and that's a great thing. And I think some of these older people need to just, cool off a little,
Yeah. If I give you $1 million today, what would you do with it?
Man, go on vacation.
Same here.
Get away from here for a couple months.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say. Probably pay off all our debt,
Okay.
and try to give back a little, probably invest in our future and kids and stuff like that. I know a lot of people would say, give it to your family and stuff. I would, but I mean, that's my money, so I do what I
Seriously.
want, but
I wouldn't give a dang penny to your family.
yeah. So that's probably what I would do.
Yeah.
Pay off everything, be okay, and then probably go on a good vacation. So
Would you live in Minnesota the rest of your life with $1 million?
I would. I don't think I would want to live anywhere else just because I grew up here, and I like it here. I just feel like if you go to other states, the next city is like an hour or two away, and here everything's about 25 minutes reach, I would. I like it here. I like the 4 seasons. I like how, it changes.
It's pretty nice.
If you go somewhere else, it's like hot all the time or it's cold all the time, and it's nice to have a good change, but I guess I wouldn't know if I were to move somewhere else if I would be able to adapt. Just
Yeah.
because I've never really been out to kind of see what's out there. So I wouldn't know, but I would love to stay here all my life, so.
This is more of a personal question, so feel free, if you don't feel comfortable answering, to not answer. Do you guys still hold resentment towards your parents? Have you made peace with that situation at all?
I mean, most of it is mainly just my mother. She's got a lot of problems, and what they say, you have to forgive them and forgive yourself and all that stuff for yourself, and there's a lot of power to that. I would say I do resent some things, but holding on to that would probably just hurt me more because I'd always be angry. I'd be angry all the time. I'd, wouldn't want to go around, but I do a lot of it for my younger siblings that are still with her, so that I can go and see them and so they can come and see us. So really it's trying not to be selfish and think about my feelings, but more of I don't want to lose my relationship with my younger siblings, and I don't want them to feel like we don't want to be with them, that I don't want to go around because of my mother or whatever. That's not their fault. So I'm always, if I do, I just kind of have to suck it up, go over there just so I can hang out with my younger siblings, to know that, hey, I'm still here. I still want to be here, even though, there are some things we went through with my mom.
Yeah.
We're still good, But yeah, I still don't like her, but you know, what can you do? It's your mom.
Yeah.
You gotta love her.
Mhm.
You know, so most times I just kind of have to pull it together and do it for the sake of someone else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Um, well, it's hard as Asian Americans. You kind of carry that baggage with you because in our culture, we don't really talk about mental issues or we don't really talk about world issues. So it's kind of, you learn to tolerate, your family members and you don't ever really talk about like what happened in the past. You kind of just move forward without any closure. Um, so, I mean, it's kind of hard. I always say that. Well, now with my relationship with my mom, it's okay. But there's always that thing in the back of your head where you remember like the problems that she's caused you and, the reason why you were homeless was her in the first place. But you kind of, you learn to accept it and move on because as Asians, family plays a big role and
Yeah.
it's just so taboo to talk about like mental issues. So you kind of just tuck it away and you live with it forever. You don't really get an apology or you don't talk about it.
yeah, they don't in the Asian cultures. They don't take mental health very seriously. You know, not to like throw race or anything out there, like
No,
how
that's fine.
you know how white people do. You know, they're all about making sure you're good mentally, and talk about feelings and stuff. We'd never do that in an Asian household because then if you express how you feel towards your parents, they'll think it's you talking back, and you get your butt whipped for it. You know, like I'm disobeying your parents or whatever,
Disrespecting them.
even though that's how I feel. You get what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's not a serious thing, and if you do, you're saying you're depressed or something to your parents, they'll think it's, oh, it's nothing. You know, you're fine.
Yeah.
You know, and that leads to suicide or those
Depression.
depression, like really deep depression and stuff, and you know they'll think something's wrong with you or something like that. It's just not something that's normalized in Asian families. So
So how do you express yourself in the Asian culture then?
you don't.
So you just
You-
bottle it up in your mind for all the years? You can
Yeah.
never let it out?
Yeah, or you move out, do your own thing, go and struggle yourself and get away from home, most times you can't. Not saying that there are some parents that are more modernized now and they have grown into the American traditions, and stuff like that. It's good, that's great. But as for older folks, they're more in the old traditional culture. I'm the parent, I raised you. You listen to me, and that's it. My way or the highway type of thing.
It's like a hierarchy almost.
Yes, pretty much. So you don't. You
And
really
never
just
get closure.
you never get closure. You never get an apology. You never nothing. So it's a lot of bottled up emotions that you kind of just have to suck it up.
And just suck it up.
Yep, just suck it up and put it away. Although it's not good for your mental health, but
That sounds horrible.
it is pretty bad.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever, like individually sat down with like a therapist and like talked about these things?
No, we haven't.
No.
Yeah. Most cases, we try to be the better person and just kind of we're good. We have each other and we're everything we're getting for ourselves. We've done it for us.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like I said, growing up, that therapy, talking about mental health, we never really believed in that. But I'm all for going talk to a therapist, but
It seems like you guys were able to kind of work it out with
yeah,
each other. And
yeah. So we kind of keep each other sane.
Do you think that your parents respect you more now that they've seen you move out and do things on your own?
Maybe. It's hard to say because they don't really,
They'll never tell you about
they'll
it.
never tell me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they'll never tell us. So
Yeah.
that's a problem with that. So I wouldn't know.
That would be so frustrating to me.
It is, and sometimes I do talk to my mom with rage, just because of everything she's put
Mm-hmm.
me through. But then, I have to catch myself because I could just explode into something bigger
Yeah.
and stuff like that, which I don't have the patience to deal with.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of pick your own fights, type of thing.
Yeah.
So
Hmm. But you do it because of the rest of your family, because you care about.
yeah, that's really it. I mean, that's the main reason why I I continue to have a relationship with my mother. Obviously I love her, but I do it for the sake of my siblings
Mm-hmm.
because I know that they'll go through what I went through to a
Mm-hmm.
point in their own way, and they'll
Yeah.
realize, and then when that does happen, we'll be here for them, vice versa with her family, whatever it may
Mm-hmm.
be. But you know, it's just kind of how it is. So
If, well, let me ask you this. What would you say the biggest thing you've learned, what is the biggest thing you've learned from everything that happened?
you're saying with our experience or with our family or like
With
just
out of
everything.
everything that happened in the past 5 years, what would you say is the biggest thing you've learned?
Um, you really can't count on anybody except yourself, or your significant other if
Yeah.
you have one.
Mhm.
No one can really be there for you. You kind of have to get everything yourself. Anything you want, you have to, you know, do it yourself type of thing. You know, because no one's gonna give it to you, and if they give it to you, then they want something back from you.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's now or later in the future. Kind of like, like my mother, she'd probably, oh, well, I did this for you, so you owe me this type of thing. I raised you, I gave birth to you, so you owe me this type of thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just, I do it for me, I do it for us, I do it for my wife, and I do it for, just so I can say that I did it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing I learned is that family can be fake sometimes and they can turn on you so quick. So, I mean, really, all I have is summer. I do it for summer every day, and I do it for like our future.
Yeah.
That's so inspiring. What would you say is your opinion of me when you first met me, and how has that changed in the years that you've known me?
Well, I would say meeting you guys. Well, we met you guys because of Chris, obviously,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
which is great. So I definitely gained. Don't take this wrong way. White friends.
That's more than
All
okay.
right. And it just we all clicked in a way where you guys are kind of almost on the same level.
Mhm.
I guess mentally, you guys know what you guys want. I know what I want, and I know that, you guys will kind of push me to kind of be at that same standard. When I met you, you had a home, you're doing it.
Yeah.
You came from California and came and you just did it.
We're figuring it out.
You're figuring it out. Kind of like what we did. You kind of do it,
Yeah.
and you go from there, type of thing. And
Mhm.
and a lot of it is, you're good with money. I'm not. When it comes to, you bought a home and you're renting it out to friends and stuff. That's kind of a money move, type of thing.
Mhm.
And you guys are just really cool people. So I would say nothing much has changed.
Mhm.
Meeting you guys other than just good company, good friends,
Mhm.
and if I ever needed advice on something, I feel like you guys would
Oh,
know it.
absolutely.
You guys would
Open
help.
book, man.
You guys would be there.
Yeah.
For us, and I think that's kind of what friends do.
Mhm.
And turn out to be something,
Yeah.
long-term friendship in the future or whatever it
Mhm.
may be. So you definitely helped really open our eyes to what is
Mhm.
out there to a
Yeah.
point, because really I don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
A lot of my high school buddies didn't follow me.
Mhm.
So you can say it's technically pretty lonely,
Yeah,
you know.
that's
But
fair.
you know, but coming over, partying with you guys really, you know, I met new people, meeting new guys and stuff like that. Really, really helps with your mentality type of thing. Having friends is nice, you know.
Yeah,
It's pretty cool.
you don't have to be lonely.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, it's been lonely, you know, because all you do is work and
Yeah.
you know try to make sure you have a roof over your head type of
Just
thing.
grinding, man.
It's hard to really,
I love that. You guys
To a
are
point.
hustlers, though.
yeah, try to
You guys
make
are
time
hustlers.
for friends and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
hopefully bettering our future.
Yeah.
It's really hard. I try not to look that far, other than you know try not to take in the moment. You know, small steps, small goals. Having a home was getting married, having a home. That was our number one thing that we always wanted to do, and then you know have start a family. You know, so hopefully in 5 years, you know, I have like a nice car or something. You know, you know, have a couple kids or something. You know,
Couple kids.
yeah.
Do
You
you
said
guys
you
want?
work at Lexus, but you're gonna buy a Lexus?
You know, if the price is right, you know, that car is it's too expensive. Just because I work there don't mean I can afford it.
Oh,
You know,
you're so right there.
I don't know, just a fun toy or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, so
Would you ever get like a jet ski?
I don't know. I'd probably go for an ATV. You know, I mess with
Oh,
those,
yeah.
so those are fun to do. But I don't know. I
Getting a
mean,
truck.
getting a house, you know, that opens possibilities for toys.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I'm
Once you get the
excited.
big thing out of the way,
I'm excited for that, and I can maybe get a motorcycle or something. She doesn't want me to, but
Oh,
that'd be.
she thinks it's dangerous.
Yeah.
What's life without a little risk?
That's what I'm saying. So
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, this has been completely eye-opening. You know, I told you before the podcast, you really don't know someone until you sit down with them on this and just get to hear the life story.
absolutely.
Yeah,
That was inspiring, guys.
that was absolutely
Thank you.
inspiring. That changed my perspective on a lot of things, and I have so much respect for you guys
Yeah.
now.
And I feel like the viewers listening to us out there really will be
Yeah.
inspired to hear that story
Mhm.
because that's awesome. It's
Yeah.
a great thing where you guys came from and who you are now, and it really shows the hustle and the determination that you guys overcame a lot of situations in your life.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's absolutely beautiful.
And love knows no bounds.
yeah,
You just keep laughing, and loving.
Yeah.
there's a tacky saying, but
Live,
you're
laugh, love.
absolutely right. Laugh,
I've
laugh.
never seen you come over here not laughing.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So when I'm over, we always have a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Every time you're over here, I'm like, oh, dope, summer came through, and then I'm like, oh, let me just sit down with you and talk for a little bit.
Yeah, I feel we always talk
We
when
always
I come
have some
over.
good
Yeah, we
convo.
always have.
And I take a
combos.
drink of your Crown Royal apple.
Yeah, so
Dangerous.
it's good. I'm happy where
You
we
should
are
be.
in life, you know, and
You should
who we became.
Mhm.
So we definitely molded each other to be what we want, and we're both, you know,
See, my grandparents have been married for over 60 years. Do you guys see yourself being married for that long? Because
Oh,
it
I
really
see it.
is. It is like a big thing, I think.
yes, I see us being married for a long, long time. I, not saying that it's a bad thing, but you know, I'm stuck with this one. So
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a
Lifers.
beautiful thing in 2020 now is because you don't hear a lot of relationships like that anymore. You don't hear a lot of
Oh,
what's
gosh.
going on. You're never going to hear those 50-year wedding anniversaries. Like, I remember being 12 years old celebrating that with my grandparents. Like, you
Yeah.
guys doing that, there's not a lot of people out there anymore.
Yeah.
I think.
I
gonna be
can't
able to
even imagine
celebrate.
dating in 2020. Like,
yeah,
everyone just is
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
so
absolutely
I'm
nice.
thankful
100%.
that I found love when I found
Yeah.
love, because it's so hard to find somebody who's really serious and really having the same mindset as you. It's really difficult, right, to find
Yeah.
love nowadays. You
Especially
know?
guys
in
are-
your
you
20s
guys
and
are-
your 20s, man.
Yeah.
Literally like that. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Now we here.
That's totally
right.
you guys.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's close it out with the final question. What is your favorite sandwich and why?
My favorite sandwich. Let's see here. I mean, I eat a lot of Jimmy John's. You know.
Oh.
You know, um, it's really hard to say. I eat sandwiches when I want something cheap.
Yeah.
But I would say I usually Jimmy John's. I order the bootleggers, sandwich with the
What
roast
is-
beef and the turkey.
The roast beef turkey. You a
Yeah.
turkey guy?
I'm a turkey guy. All right, so
All right.
but I'm always down for a burger with Swiss cheese. I love Swiss, man.
Mushrooms or no?
Mushrooms, Swiss.
Like a nice aioli on top.
Yeah, it's good.
Like a garlic aioli. Oh my
You
god.
got-
Pub 42.
I'm getting hungry, guys. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah.
A little bacon on top. Do you like bacon on your burgers?
Um,
not on the Swiss.
I have to be in the mood for bacon. I'm not a big fan of
Okay.
bacon. So,
That's fair.
Yeah.
Sarah?
I have to be basic, but my favorite is grilled cheese sandwich.
Like just plain grilled cheese, huh? Do you put butter on it or anything?
Garlic
No.
salt?
I mean, yeah, when you toast your bread.
Oh, so you like toasted?
Yeah, it has to be toasted.
Is there another way to
I
eat
don't
grilled
know.
cheese
I
not
don't-
toasted?
I've seen
That'd be a sandwich.
Stefan microwaves his peanut butter and jelly
Oh.
No way.
versus toasting it.
Oh wow.
That was a crazy concept to me.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was new.
So warm peanut butter and jelly.
It's warm, but the bread's
Wow.
still like soggy. I just can't do the sogginess in my mouth,
Yeah. Hey,
like a peanut butter and jelly.
whatever
It's too
he
thick.
likes, right?
It's too thick.
Peanut
I
butter
don't-
and pickle sandwich.
I don't like soggy bread,
Oh
but
gosh, peanut butter and jelly.
I love peanut butter and pickle sandwiches.
Peanut butter and pickle?
I love it.
I'll have to try that one.
And I
these
cut the
days.
crust off.
So you're a no crust guy.
No crust.
No crust. Just like mom used to make it.
Cut in
in
triangles.
Those are the best.
Oh man. Well, it's been great having you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you having us.
Absolute blast. Again, thank you for coming on the show. This has been really eye-opening, and it's been a humbling experience, and I'm really happy to know you guys.
Yeah, you too. I'm happy.
Yeah, guys, best
Happy
of
you guys
luck.
have us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Enjoy that Thanksgiving dinner.
yeah. Sounds good.